everyone, it's Arlene, and thank you for tuning in to Arlene's Creations. Today I'm going to show you how I made a table skirt out of burlap bags. It's actually not a full-length skirt, it's just more like a little border to go around the table. So as you can see, each burlap bag, I happen to have gotten these from Ace Hardware, but the sides are put together and the bottom is put together of each burlap bag with this braiding. So what I did was I just cut the bag in half. So in other words, where the braid meets on the sides that holds the sides together, I just cut either the back panel off or the front panel. So whatever panel had the the braid, I just cut the other side of the bag off. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking my scissors and I'm going down about 9-10 inches. That's going to be the length from the braid to where I'm cutting, which is going to go around the table, around the top of the table. And I'm going to be using a canvas tablecloth, so this is going to just be pinned to the canvas tablecloth. So as you can see in the next clip, so as you can see here, this is going lengthwise on my table. So the braid is at the top, and then the burlap is hanging down. So that's how I cut it, and that's how long each strip is. Each strip is basically the length of the burlap bag. So now, from the braid, I went down about 5 inches, and I pulled one of the strings out that goes horizontal to the braid. What this is going to do is this is going to give me a line in the burlap that I can cut so that it's evenly spaced all the way across the whole entire little table skirt. So as you can see in the next clip, I am going to pull out here. That's what I'm doing. I'm pulling that strand out all the way through. And then that leaves a line in the burlap. I should have showed you that, but if anybody has ever worked with burlap, you know, if you pull a string out, it leaves a perfect line. So I'm just cutting with the scissors down that whole entire line that does not have the strand in it, because I pulled it out, and that's going to give me evenly all the way down. So from the braid to that line, it's going to be the same, you know, the same all the way down the whole entire braid. And these are so easy to make, and like I said, the burlap was for free. So if you were to go online or go on Etsy and try to buy, you know, a runner for, you know, not a runner, a little skirt for your table or a little accent piece for your table to go all the way around, it'd probably cost you a nice 20-25 bucks. But when you get the burlap for free, this is what you can do. So now that I have the whole length of it cut, I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut where that braid ends and try to make it as even as possible. So what I was basically doing was deconstructing the burlap bag. Like I said, those braids are on the sides of the bags and running along the bottom. That's what keeps the bag together. Now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting about 3/4 inch strips from the bottom up to the braid. And that's going to make a nice little fringe effect when it's hanging around the top of the table. And I didn't bother to measure these. It's very rustic looking. It's for a farmhouse themed baby shower for my niece Brittany and her husband Mike. So everything was in the farmhouse theme, and I just figured I had all these burlap bags. I said, why not make a little something to go around the edge of the table, which the you know, some of the favors were on that, and her big wooden chicken wire frame I made to hang her pictures of her pregnancy and of the sonograms. And, you know, we just had some decorations on the table. So, yeah, so I'm just going along the whole length and just cutting it into strips. No rhyme, no reason, just very rustic looking. And now you'll see when I'm setting up the table, I must have did about 5 or 6 of these, or maybe 7 to go around the whole table. That was an 8-foot table. So here I am, and I'm just taking these strips. Now, if you want, you could sew them together. If you want to sew the edges all together, by all means, you can do that and make one long strip. But I had so many things to do, and, you know, I did this last minute, so I decided just to pin each one on separately, which worked out fine. You couldn't even tell where the seams were. And so I'm just pinning them all around the edge of the table. So in the front, it's actually canvas, and then the sides were the tablecloths that came with the venue, just white polyester, I guess, but my tablecloth wasn't long enough to go on both sides and then in the front, but that was just a canvas drop cloth that I had got from Home Depot when I washed it. And yeah, it comes out nice and soft, and it looks rustic, you know. So that's what I decided to do there. And my sister-in-law, Dory, and my niece Desiree, they're at the back table. That's the dessert table. That came out absolutely gorgeous. And she's just pinning on another table skirt, but she wanted that one to look a little bit more elegant, rustic and elegant. So that's what we were going for. And yeah, so her and Desiree are just pinning on that table skirt to that big table in the back. And I have other videos in my playlist that are, what do you call it, under Brittany and Mike's Farmhouse, Rustic Farmhouse, Baby Shower. And I still have a lot more videos to put up, like the favors that we did, and the centerpieces on the tables. I still haven't done that one. And then the Luke sign that I made for the baby's room. So I still have a lot more videos. I have so much footage that I'm going through on the computer, and little by little I'll get them done. But yeah, so this is how I did the free burlap little decoration around the table. And it looked really nice. I actually ended up adding these other little burlap tags that I bought from Michael's that I stamped, and it had a cute little saying on it. And so then I pinned them in between. You'll see in the picture that the one picture, one's like sticking up. It should have been down a little bit more, but oh well. We fixed it afterwards, but I didn't have it fixed when I took the picture. But yeah, so it came out nice. See, here, this is how it looks with the table set up. So as you can see, I just pinned on those little burlap tags, and it had a nice saying about a baby on it. I forget what it said. I'll have to look that up. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.